All right, welcome to the test lesson. Today is 3/23/2020. This is 10.6 and 10.7, Coronavirus Edition. All right, today we're going to talk about the volume and the surface area of a sphere. All right, due to our limitations, I really am only going to be able to talk about the basics of stuff. But if you want to ask me more specific questions, you can totally do that during video conference office hours. All right, so today we're going to focus on a sphere. A sphere is a set of all points in space that are equidistant from a point in the middle there called the center. All right, so this distance from the center to any point on the sphere itself is the radius, and this little guy here in the middle is the center of the sphere. All right, now the volume of a sphere can be found by using the formula 4/3 pi r cubed. So very simple, okay, it's very easy. The only thing you'll need is the radius, and if you know the radius, you can find the volume of any sphere. So in regards to showing your work, you got volume is equal to 4/3 times pi times the radius is 4 cubed. All right, now in this case, I'm going to write everything as a fraction to keep things super simple. That's 4/3 times pi over 1 times 4 to the third power is 64. All right, then I get 4 times 64 is 256 pi over 3 in its volume, so it's units cubed. Booyah, there's the volume of that sphere. Now in the next one, you notice the radius is 6. Okay, now it seems like a little redundancy here, but in the first problem, because the original radius was not divisible by 3, you end up with a pretty gross looking fractional answer. But in this case, because the radius is divisible by 3, once I do the algebra, I'll be able to get a prettier answer. So here we go. Again, the formula for the volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. And I went ahead and put everything over 1 and just created fractions to make the math a little easier. So on top I have 4 times pi times 6 to the third power is 216 divided by 3. Alright, and then the 4 times 216 gives me, what, 864 pi over 3. I'm having some trouble with my little board here. And this time 864 is divisible by 3, which gives you 288 pi inches cubed. Alright, that's as easy as that. That's the volume of a sphere. Alright, now we'll also look at some composite problems, such as this one, where you guys have probably seen a solid similar to this before. This is a silo, and you'll notice that a silo is just composed of a hemisphere, so we got half of a sphere on top and then a cylinder on bottom. So if I want to find the volume, I'm going to show my work and set up my plans. My plan is going to be the hemisphere, or the half of a sphere, plus the cylinder. Alright, now, a hemisphere is half a sphere, so I'm going to do half times 4/3 pi r cubed, plus a cylinder. The volume of a cylinder, as we recall, is area of the base, which is pi r squared, times the height. So when I plug in, I'm going to get 1 times 4 is 4. Actually, you know what? Better than that, half of 4/3 is simply 2/3 times pi times 12 cubed plus pi. The radius is 12, and the height of that cylinder is 30. Then we're just going to crunch the numbers. All right, so 12 to the third power gives me 1,728 pi over 1 plus, this is pi, times 144 times 30. All right, then when I multiply 2 times 1728, I get 3,456 pi, 56 pi over 3 plus 144 times 30 is 4,320 pi. Now, 3,456 is divisible by 3. That gives me 1,152 pi plus 4,320 pi. So finally, we get that the volume of that solid there, it's composed of the hemisphere and the cylinder, is 5,472 pi cubic feet. Excellent.